We are at the airport of Tbilisi, not to leave Georgia already, but to take a rent-a-car to the outskirts or into the mountains of Georgia. The views here, or the landscapes in general, the nature is supposed to be extremely beautiful, so that it is definitely worth it to, well, get out of the city a little bit. And this here is our car for today. And I can't wait for this road trip to start. Although, to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous because I've seen people here drive yesterday already and they are kind of crazy, so wish me luck. We are on the road and I'm very relieved, to be honest, because we don't have to drive through Tbilisi. It was my biggest fear. So far the road is easy going and not too crowded. So we will have 30 minutes to get to our first destination, which is called the Chronicles of Georgia. I just had to think where we are. It looks beautiful on photos, so I'm very excited to get there. We did a bit of a stop along the way for some water and some bread. It has cheese on it, and honestly the Georgian bread is so good. Like, I can only recommend you to try as much of it as possible. Oh my god. It's super hot, it is fresh from the oven, but damn, this is so good. The cheese here is also delicious. The Georgian cheese and Georgian bread are 100% recommended. This is it. I swear it looks way more impressive in reality than here on camera. It looks tiny on camera actually. It is massive, this monument. I like it a lot. It is completely free to visit. There's like really a lot of things here in Georgia that you can do completely for free. This monument here, it is also known as the Stonehenge of Georgia, and it actually depicts the 3,000 years old history of Georgia, and there's like some Christian symbols as well, the history of Christians, I think, but mostly the history of Georgia. It's really impressive, a beautiful place to visit. Look here, it says the Chronicles of Georgia, sculpture and architecture complex is dedicated to the 3000th anniversary of Georgia. How crazy is that? And the 2000th anniversary of Christianity. This is such an old country. Actually, you see a lot of medieval locations around the country. Medieval fortresses, churches, monasteries. That is what makes this country so beautiful and unique. An hour ago I was still complaining that it felt a bit chilly today. Now the sun is out, it's around 10 a.m. and I'm starting to sweat again. If you ever come here to Georgia during summertime, be prepared for an intense heat. But now let me show you this. This is the monument. We climbed the stairs and are standing in front of the columns. This is so impressive, so beautiful. Like, the figures that are carved into the monument, into the columns, are huge. I feel tiny here. This is insane. I like it a lot. And then we can also get beautiful views over the city from here, and on this side there will be the sea. By the way, I don't know if you know that. I most certainly didn't know that before coming here to Georgia. They have their own letters, their own alphabet here, and it looks completely different from, well, anything else I've seen so far. Actually, when I first saw it, I thought about it being like from an Asian country, because I've seen a similar alphabet before in Laos and Myanmar. It reminded me a lot about that, but it's different. People from here will probably tell you that it has nothing to do with it. Yeah, but pretty cool, and also good to know that they have their own alphabet here. Like here, for example, you can see a lot of figures that, well, are supposed to depict the history of Georgia. We could also see some like Christian symbols here, for example. I don't know if it's too dark in the camera. So why is it important to also depict Christian symbols here? Well, actually, Georgia has been the very first Christian country, the very first country on earth that has adapted the Christian religion as their state religion, and that has been a Christian country continuously. Here again you can see behind me now. That's obviously Jesus Christ on the cross. So yeah, a lot of Christian symbols here on this side as well. This is so impressive. I don't know if the camera probably won't show how impressive this really is, but I feel super tiny here. How beautiful is this? We came from over there, from this road, so we were driving along the lake, and just look at this view. Isn't this absolutely stunning? It's right in front of the hill and the Chronicles of Georgia. I'm impressed. I'm honestly impressed. This is our very first stop along this road trip. 30 minutes away from the capital, and we get these views already. It's a good start. Down there is also a very small beach. There are some boats in the water, but there's a beach where people can actually soak in some sun, relax, and swim in this beautiful lake. We are heading back to the car, and we will drive further up north to a small town that, well, it lies actually in front of the border of Russia. It's not an official border because Russia actually occupied about 20% of Georgia, and there's like a border they have created in front of the occupied land, basically. We are filming a video there for my main channel. If you want to check that out, there will be a link in the description below. It's actually very interesting because the video will be about the occupation of Russia and how Georgians feel about it. We'll see what we will find along the way, and we will for sure make some stops along the way, so I will still take you with me and show you places here in Georgia. So this is our next stop. It's a museum that talks about the war between Georgia and Russia. Again, as mentioned before, I created an entire video on that topic. It's a very interesting place to visit. It's actually a house of an old lady, and she created this museum. It's nothing official, and it's like super hidden as well. However, a very, very interesting place, and a very kind woman that, well, lets you into her house basically. I can't believe what just happened. We got gifted this huge bread. We are in a very small village. They don't have card payments and we don't have cash. So we were like, it's fine, we'll just go. But then the lady was like, no, 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 no. And then she gave it to us. We were trying to not take the bread because I felt a little bit bad, but she was like insisting and gifted us this bread. These are Georgian people. Georgian people are like extremely kind, seriously. And the bread is the best here. You can't eat enough bread here. So we found this beautiful medieval looking church. It is stunning. It is from the 5th or 6th century, we've learned by now. There is a little bit of a graveyard here. There are 2 dogs here. Hello. Hello. Hi. They want to play. How cute. There's actually lots of dogs here in this country. But this church is beautiful. It has a lot of medieval charm, like a lot of churches here in this country. And you will see a lot of these kind of churches, Orthodox churches, along the roads. And also in Tbilisi we've seen them already. Absolutely beautiful and definitely worth a visit. Completely free to visit again, by the way. We've arrived in the town of Gori, which is a beautiful town that also has a lot of historical places. We are going to get some food now, and afterwards we will explore a castle here in the city, which looked beautiful. We already passed it and saw it from far away. But let's get to some food first. We found this super cute restaurant here in Gori. I will put you the name somewhere down here so that you can check it out if you ever come here. We already had some peach juice, which is freshly made and absolutely delicious. And this here is khachapuri. It looks like a pizza. It's not a pizza. It's bread, Georgian bread, and on top of it there's Georgian cheese. I had a version of this already in Tbilisi, but this is a different version. And in Tbilisi it was already so good, it is worth to try several versions here.
Corn flour cheese balls with walnuts.
Thank you. Oh, that also sounds very good. Cornmeal balls with cheese and chestnut. That's what he said. Ooh. It is so good. I don't know. I don't have words for this. Honestly, this cheese is incredible. I love cheese. Everybody who loves cheese is going to love Georgia and Georgian food. Let's give the cheese ball a try. I don't really taste the chestnut in there, but it is also very good, very soft, crusty outside. Great food. We are waiting for the main dish. There's one still missing. So the main dish has arrived. This is chicken with mushrooms, eggplant, and cheese again. And we also got some bread because we were told this is delicious with this Georgian bread, which was also freshly made. This food was a 12 out of 10. Seriously, absolutely delicious and highly recommended if you ever come here to Gori. I am extremely full right now, but happy. We will go up the castle now and hopefully get beautiful views from up there. And yeah, it looked quite impressive from far away already, so I'm excited to get up and we have the energy to do that now. We are walking up to the castle, which is here on top of the hill. And it's 30 degrees, isn't that awesome? Perfect to get up the castle. No, but seriously, I believe the views from up there will be amazing, so I believe it'll be worth it. We just parked the car in front of it. It's free to go there, by the way. And yeah, let's get up. Wow, this place is insane. I'm a bit out of breath and a bit sweaty, to be honest, but it was worth it. The views are incredible, and I can't believe this is completely free to visit. There's nobody here, by the way. We are the only ones. If you ever thought about coming to Georgia, honestly, just come. It is beautiful. The food is amazing. The people are extremely kind and friendly. The landscapes are insane. There's lots of history here in this city, in this country. If you love wine, even better. Just like seriously, it's still a gem. We have this place here for ourselves. Actually, we had almost all places for ourselves. There were never really a lot of people here. It's time for us to go back to the car and drive back to Tbilisi because we actually have to return the car now. Honestly, Georgia surprised me in a very positive way. It is such a beautiful country. I believe their people are some of the kindest ones, and the food, honestly, I wasn't expecting the food to be that good. I can just repeat myself, you have to experience this country yourself, and I will definitely come back at some point with much more time to explore even more of this beautiful country.